Fictional characters that changed the world. Uncle Sam. This familiar figure is an icon of American history. You've probably seen him on posters or present at political rallies and demonstrations. Since the mid-19th century, Uncle Sam has been seen as a cartoon representation of the United States. In his distinct top hat and red, white, and blue outfit, he most prominently appeared on posters guiding or imploring the population to fulfill some task or obligation. This moral compass of American history is best known for appearing on recruiting posters during First and Second World Wars. If his message failed to move you, then his hard stare into your soul was likely to get some kind of response. Don Juan. If someone you know has a reputation for being smooth with the ladies, chances are they've been labeled a Don Juan on more than one occasion. A fictional character dating back as far as the 16th century, Don Juan, also known as Don Giovanni, was a wealthy womanizer whose life was built around personal gratification and physical pleasure. He remains linked with promiscuous and womanizing ways of men today, and those who follow in his footsteps are even referred to by some as suffering from Don Juan syndrome. So if anyone ever refers to you as Don Juan, think twice before taking it as a compliment. Robin Hood. Robin Hood finds a place among the most influential of fictional characters. From literature to the big screen, Robin Hood has been portrayed in numerous forms. He is universally known as the hero who takes from the rich and gives to the poor. More importantly, Robin Hood has been used as a symbol of popular justice, independence, fairness, and the rights of the lower class over the ruling elite. All of these remain relevant issues even in today's world. Sherlock Holmes. Created by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle in 1887, it doesn't look like fictional character Sherlock Holmes' popularity has anywhere to go but up. Even today, Holmes is the centerpiece of an array of movies, television shows, and related spin-off programs. His influence, however, goes far beyond the books and the big screen. Holmes was noted for the techniques he used to catch criminals. From fingerprints, footprints, ballistics, and crime scene contamination, Holmes practiced investigative and crime scene techniques many years before the real police and detectives did. From the fictional labs of CSI to the very real offices of Scotland Yard and the FBI, the influence of this literary character remains far more than just elementary. Atticus Finch. Chances are that many of you, at some point in school, were required to read Harper Lee's 1960s novel, To Kill a Mockingbird. If you did, you are familiar with the character Atticus Finch, a lawyer who defends a black man wrongly accused of rape in the southern US. While Atticus was fictional, his message promoting justice, tolerance, and decency no doubt stuck with a lot of people and made this fictional character very influential. In fact, many lawyers often cite Finch as a hero or motivating factor for pursuing a career in law. His impact was so great that a monument was erected to him in the town of Monroeville, Alabama. Barbie. For over 50 years, this fictional character has been entertaining little girls and causing controversies over her use as a role model. Barbie has appeared in doll form, had her own television shows, and even appeared in movies. Over the years, Mattel has tried to calm concerned parents by modifying Barbie's body proportions and depicting her in a number of empowering occupations, such as race car driver, doctor, pilot, and astronaut. Barbie's influence goes well beyond little girls, as there are more than a few grown women around the world who try to look as much like the doll as they possibly can. Santa Claus. Crowned as the richest fictional character by Forbes, this jolly old man is well known by millions of children around the globe. He reportedly lives at the North Pole, spends all his time making toys and compiling lists of good and bad children, and keeps a small fleet of reindeer around. There have been countless books, movies, television specials, and songs created about him, and one look around your neighborhood in December shows that he is a pretty popular guy. Perhaps the biggest proof of Santa Claus's influence is the fact that children everywhere will listen to their parents and go straight to bed for fear of getting a dreaded lump of coal on Christmas morning. The Marlboro Man. Not really influential in a good way, the Marlboro Man is one of the biggest marketing successes in history. In the 1950s, Marlboro wanted to attract more male smokers, but had to somehow demonstrate that filtered cigarettes weren't just for women. The answer? Create a character who oozes masculinity and lives a lifestyle many men would love to have, all the while enjoying a filtered cigarette. Whether wrestling cattle, riding out on the hills, or just hanging around the ranch, the Marlboro Man proved to be influential until the early 2000s. Big Brother. Big Brother is watching. Thanks to George Orwell's 1949 novel 1984, we were presented with the all-seeing, all-knowing entity known as Big Brother. Big Brother represents the authoritarian government, which is willing to trample on civil liberties, individual rights, and undertake mass surveillance to ensure order is maintained. Since Orwell's novel, the term Big Brother has become used whenever there is a debate over government surveillance or changes to civil liberties. From Apple's groundbreaking 1984 Super Bowl ad to The Simpsons, this fictional character's influence is quite evident.